where Justice Chacha Mwita has dismissed an application filed by IG Douglas Kanja and DCI boss Mohammed through their counsels to set aside the orders of honoring court summons. As you can see on my right, that is our very own Ruth Wamboi. Ruth, good afternoon. What else has Justice Chacha Mwita directed both the IG as well as the DCI boss?
Thank you so much, studio. Thank you, Abdiaziz Hashim, back in the studio. We are coming to you live from Milimani's High Court, whereby you understand today it was the case of the IG, the Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja, and the head of DCI, Mohammed Amin, who are supposed to appear today in court and honor the summons. Remember, the two have been summoned on a number of occasions. The first order was issued on 8th of January this year, and it was reaffirmed last week on 13th January. The two are supposed to honor to a habeas corpus application. That is, what do I mean by habeas corpus application? This is an application that cites that the two should present the three Mulolongo missing men, dead or alive, in court. The two top-ranking bosses of police have not been able to honor those summons. They have not come to court. One of it, they have not honored the court summons that were issued by Justice Bahati Mwamuye and also Justice Chacha Mwita. And they have not also been able to present the two men, whether dead or alive, in court. So today, when the matter came up for a ruling on an application that had been made last week by their counsel, senior counsel Paul Nyamodi, that they should be given an opportunity, that they were condemned and heard, the court has ruled that it is not persuaded by the application that was made by their counsel, that they did not receive court documents that required them to appear in court. So the judge, Justice Chacha Mwita, has issued direction that the two should appear in court next week and also honor the habeas corpus application of presenting the two men in court. Remember, their counsel, Paul Nyamodi, also tried to persuade the court to set aside those orders, but the court has not been pleased by the application, and it cited that it cannot set aside the orders. The orders still remain in force. The counsel also tried to say that next week the Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja, might flow out of the country for official duties, but the court has dismissed all that, and that it has said that next week on 30th January, the two bosses of police should appear in court. So as we speak right now, it's a wait and see situation for next week to see if the two will honor the court summons and appear physically in court, just like we saw the last year when the acting Inspector General of Police, Gilbert Masengeli, who also skipped court summons on several occasions, but finally he appeared in court. So next week is the big day that we are supposed to see whether the two bosses will honor the court summons and appear, because if they don't appear next week, the court has said that it's going to issue its wrath. Remember, the wrath that can be issued by a court is either in terms of fines or jailment, like the way the acting Inspector General, the former acting Inspector General of Police, Gilbert Masengeli, was to be sentenced for 6 months imprisonment. And on that occasion, he was not given a fine. So next week, we are here, we'll be set to see whether the two bosses will appear in court. Back to you, Abdiaziz Hashim, to continue with the rest of the bulletin.
Well, thank you so much. That is our court reporter, Ruth Wamboi, just informing us that IG Kanja as well as the DCI boss, Mohammed, were in no-show today before Justice Chacha Mwita, and they have been ordered that exactly on the 30th of January, that is next week, to appear before the courts, of course, or else face the full force of the law.